Cerebral palsy has many causes. It can be due to birth injury, to malformations of the brain, to injury to the brain at a young age. It focuses primarily on motor function, on your muscles, on your strength. Children with cerebral palsy generally are spastic, meaning they have increased tone in their muscles. They have decreased muscle control. We intervene with that by aggressive physical therapy, by some of the newer technologies such as Botox. I have a friend that's a doctor with cerebral palsy, and she talks about it's like carrying 100-pound weights on your arms. When she tries to move her arms, it's just so difficult to lift them, in a coordinated fashion. So it greatly impairs her life. However, cerebral palsy does not necessarily mean that your brain is injured in its function of thinking. Children with cerebral palsy and adults with cerebral palsy frequently are perfectly normal or are very intelligent, and they can go on and lead perfectly normal lives if given the right therapeutic interventions. I came to Pensacola and met Dr. Sherry White and the group at United Cerebral Palsy, and found that they are an organization that is better organized and better structured than most on a national level. Organizations like United Cerebral Palsy can organize the care of these children and adults in a very aggressive fashion. They are made, especially in Northwest Florida, with our wonderful people leading United Cerebral Palsy. They organize the services provided to these individuals in an effort to make it efficient. In this day and age where money is hard to come by, it is very difficult to make stable funding of organizations such as United Cerebral Palsy, because the state is in a situation where we don't have as much money as we did in years past. Medicine costs more than it used to. So we are working through United Cerebral Palsy, making an effort to minimize the expenses, organize it, make the provision of services to these people who need it a very efficient thing, and also very comfortable and positive experience for the patients and the family. This is a very good group of people who devote their lives to the care of special needs children and adults. And in so doing, we have to do fundraisers. We have to get money outside of the state. There have been cutbacks all across the board in money that can come from the state. So we now turn to the local community and ask that they provide support more than we have in the past. It is very important at this point that we all get aggressively involved in our local community and continue to provide top-notch services for our children.
We start with the little infants. We've had them as young as 2 weeks old because we've got parents that have to work and need a place to put their children. And we've gone up through beginning kindergarten. So we've got 2 VPK classes that are getting them ready for kindergarten. In between all that, we are not just a daycare, but we are a learning facility. And so we are, from that 2-week-old child, we've got goals that we're helping them to meet, and trying to keep these developmental delays away from us, and just trying to build on what we've got and keep the kids going.
The kids here need structure to be able to move on into the next phase of their life, going to school, into kindergarten. They're sure of themselves. They have that confidence that they'll be able to follow rules that govern their school. You know, their responsibilities. They have it, like the character counts.
My great-granddaughter, Selena, when she first started to come here, she had never been away from family members. So the first couple days, it was just total shock. It took every bit of 4 days. Once we bring her in that door, she is happy to be here. Selena has learned to be her own individual little person. She has her own opinions. She's taught to tell her opinions, show her opinions, speak her opinions, and not in a sarcastic way. She's taught manners. She's taught respect. They are told the reasoning behind what they're learning. She speaks and she shows us that she knows why she's doing it. It is just amazing, the difference in my great-granddaughter. I can imagine everyone else. I would recommend this place highly to anyone who can possibly help us.
The individuals that we serve want the same things that you and I want. They want to live on their own. They want a family. They want relationships. And we have to be mindful of that. And with Circle K support, we're able to do that for many of our clients. We are the only provider in this area that offer group homes for individuals that are wheelchair users. Some of our individuals that live in our group homes primarily do not have any family contact. So when you talk about family support, UCP, the staff members, or the family support, we're there on their birthdays, Christmas, holidays. So, you know, we like to think of ourselves as one big family. And, you know, Circle K is part of that.
Accident. This morning, we worked on job safety. What I believe they get is also social skills, interaction to be included in the community, educational skills. Everything is centered around being as independent as possible. That's UCP's mission, is to foster independence.
We try to keep it like a family theme. With the money that we get from Circle K, from the canisters and from the different things that Circle K does, that will help remove barriers that we have. A great barrier that we have is transportation. And the vehicles that we have here, we use to take our clients out in the community and to do a lot of things. The individual may like opera. They may like going to shop. They may like movies. Going to their doctor's appointments, and any other activities that they want to do in the community that would help them live independent as you and I do.
You know, I like to say sometimes that we're all temporarily able-bodied, because if we live long enough, we're going to need some kind of adaptive device, whether it be a wheelchair, someone to help us, you know, up the steps. So the range of services is from a baby that may be 3 weeks old to someone in their senior years.
We work hard every day to make the stores a little bit better and to improve the lives of our employees. One of the things I like about UCP is that they sort of carry on that same approach, in the sense that every day they try to make the lives of their recipients a little bit better.
No matter what I'm going through or what I may have gone through, when I come in that building, I'm coming there to give it my all every day. I care about each of the students as individuals. I love UCP. I believe in UCP. Not only is it my passion, it's a mission for me also. You have to believe in what you're doing.
I am amazed at the bravery and the tenacity of some of these individuals that, through no fault of their own, are in their situation. And as a society, we have a duty to help. And Circle K has stepped up to the plate, and good for them. They should be proud.
And we're having too much fun, aren't we, Bobby?
I will tell you, it's a fantastic event. Just when you think that it couldn't get any better, it gets better and better and better. And standing next to you to help raise our total, and our lofty goal is $170,000.
$170,000, and two beautiful ladies here, Elizabeth Crane and Liz Plant, representing the Northwest Florida Paralegal Association and the Pensacola Legal Support Specialists Association. Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yes, ma'am.
It is. Well, we want to welcome you, and we want to, number one, thank you for taking the time to come out. You've been waiting in the wings, and tell us about your organization. Just give us a 30,000-foot view of the Paralegal.
Paralegal Association, we focus on legal education so that we can help the attorneys and create the best quality work that we can, and we couldn't do it without the support association as well, which I believe you guys focus on the same thing too.
We do the same thing, and then we do a little bit extra in the community, such as this type of thing where we do a Christmas auction every year, and we raise money for your guys' cause.
Thank you
the
so
dollars
much.
that you brought today are the result of several different events throughout the year that have helped to raise dollars in support of United Cerebral Palsy.
No, actually, all of that money was raised at one event. We co-hosted
Really?
a charity auction at Christmas time this past year, and all that money was raised at that event.
Well, congratulations.
How much?
It was $3,300 total, but we split it up between the different organizations. The Northwest Florida Paralegal Association, we donated monetarily $2,429.64.
64 cents.
And the PLSSA donated the rest of the money in toys, which ended up being $1,107.15. So it was just a fantastic turnout, and it was great.
Wow.
Well, we sure want to thank you for coming out and again for the participation and the support. And we'll see you back here next year for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you so much for supporting United Cerebral Palsy.
And if you haven't supported, it's time for you to support. The numbers are 432-1596 or visit ucpnwfl.org. United Cerebral Palsy of Northwest Florida.org for your contribution.